Hi, this is Matthew from A Better World. I'm just disappointed. I'm really disappointed in the humanity. I think people have lost their souls. They've lost their hearts. They've lost their sense of right and wrong. Now I know, now I understand more clearly how soldiers can go kill innocent people when they're commanded to because they don't have a heart. They've lost their heart. They've lost their concept of what's right and wrong. I made a comment on Facebook. I have always usually about 5,000 friends, which is not real friends. They're just associates. Some are real friends, but just a handful. But the other roughly 5,000 are just people that we've connected with on Facebook. And we comment back and forth, and some names I see regularly, but I just want to make a point about humanity. I want to make a point about what's preventing us from having a better world. One of the key things, there are a lot of things that are in the way that we need to work through, but one of the key things that prevents a better world coming about is the primitive response that we have to each other when we're injured, when we're harmed. Actually, I was bullied quite a bit when I was a kid. In fact, my older brother bullied me all the time, constantly. And I didn't know how to stand up for myself. And none of my family stood up for me ever. So I grew up in an environment where I was constantly bullied. So it makes me hypersensitive to this. It makes me kind of like a person who's got all kinds of emotional problems becoming a counselor. It's the same kind of a thing, you react to the challenges. A person born unable to walk maybe would invent a new kind of wheelchair, right? So the things that we're most subjected to, we're sensitive to. And one of the things that I'm particularly sensitive to is the underserved. People that are treated poorly, people that are neglected, people that are abandoned, people that are not loved, people that fall into the cracks, fall by the wayside. Okay, let's bring this down to the specific situation today. I made a comment. Here's the comment that I made. Seeing news that a 5-year-old child is injured in Israel after Iran's bombing. Destroy Israel, yes, but protect the children. Now, I don't justify killing or hurting children. I don't really justify killing or hurting anybody, but if somebody's a psychopath, there's a lot of people that have been brainwashed and raised in Israel, I think over 80%, to want to exterminate all Gazans, to want to exterminate all Palestinians. That's sick. It's wrong. And these people need to be disarmed and controlled so they can't hurt more people. And then they need to be monitored so that they don't break out of whatever restraints there are. Now, I don't recommend prison. I recommend something humane. These are human beings, but they might be nuts, completely crazy, and they can't never come back to sanity and realize, hey, this is, the golden rule. Let's not treat others as we would not want to be treated ourselves. Let's all have compassion, understanding, and patience for you. I don't hear this voice. I don't hear this voice in the world much at all. People understand the golden rule, but even the evangelicals in America have supported the genocide in Gaza directly because of some stupid story from ancient times. That's like following Star Trek. But Star Trek, I've never seen it be so malicious and evil. I haven't seen anything be so malicious and evil. No other kind of stories or dogma. But these people are obviously brainwashed. They've lost their hearts. They've lost their souls. And so this rule of the golden rule applies just as much to evangelical Christians in America that support the genocide in Gaza as it applies to the Israelis themselves, the IDF, that are making jokes about the suffering and the pain and the loss and the murder of innocent children in Gaza. So I don't justify what Israel is doing, but also I don't justify what Iran is doing if they're killing innocents. But I don't see them doing that on purpose. I don't see them with glee murdering children. I don't think Iran is doing that, and I think they're sticking pretty closely to the beliefs of Islam, which really don't believe in murdering innocent people. That's not what they're about. And they try to stick with that. And you can tell by their actions. If you've done any study or any watching, any research whatsoever about how Iran has behaved compared to how America has behaved, the American military, the American leadership, as well as the Israeli military and the Israeli leadership, there's a huge difference about ethics and morality. Now, I don't think Iran is perfect, but I do think that we can, if we look at the research and we look at the wars that have started and the attacks on innocents, Iran looks much, 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 much better. Their behavior is much, 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 much better. Okay, so one of the first comments I got from a longtime friend on Facebook, but when Israel bombed civilians in Gaza, it was okay? No, didn't say that. Why not try something new and not kill anyone for once? Yes, that's my point. It's possible to win a war without killing people. Yeah, that's so rare, huh? Yeah, can all buy my second book on strategy and find out how to totally decimate a country without actually killing anyone. So this guy wrote some books, and I think he's a good guy. And so my comment back to him, not expecting backlash when caring about children. Is this some kind of freaking joke? Go easy on Israel? Has Israel been easy on Gaza? And then another person said, oh, oh, that must mean Jewish child injured. What a monstrosity. Obviously, sarcasm. Signed 30,000 Gaza children, including 2,000 babies murdered by fuck real. Yes, that too. So that's true, 30,000 upwards of 60,000 innocent people killed by Israel. Yeah, that's true. And that doesn't make it right to kill innocent children in Israel. So I came back, yes, but I don't want any children hurt. Israeli children are innocent human beings too. Another comment, unfortunately, it's not how it works. Ask Bibi, the genocidal lunatic. These children grow up to be IOF soldiers. It's in their blood from day one. Now, I've heard Israelis say that. It's okay to kill all the Hamas children because they're going to grow up to be terrorists. So that's like a preemptive strike, right? If you're born to evil parents, then it's okay to kill you if you're an infant because that is somehow going to eliminate evil. Murdering innocents, that's going to eliminate evil. Okay, hating and killing children is just what Israelis do. Don't lower yourself. That's what I said. That was my comment when she said they grow up to be IOF soldiers. Okay, and more than 50,000 children who injured or died by Israeli attacks on innocent peoples. Yeah, that's true. It's true. But it's not justification. Oh, they did something bad, so we can do something equally bad. This is primitive. This is reptilian fight or flight insanity where you kill someone because they're trying to kill somebody. I care about all children. All children are innocent. So anyway, here's the point. The bottom line is people lose their humanity when they get hurt. This is the lower faculties. This is the brain stem, which we can call the reptilian brain stem that we all have because we've evolved from reptiles, right? So we have this fight or flight mechanism, and that's normal. If I were to walk in the room and someone that I love is being hurt, I'm going to react. I'm going to do that too. I'm going to go down to fight or flight. I understand that. I'm going to. But give me some time. Give me an hour. Give me a day. Give me longer. I'm going to realize murdering a person that is insane is not a solution to finding peace. This is how we have war. This is the stupidity of war. This is the stupidity of revenge. Let's raise ourselves to a higher level. Let's create a better world. And we're never going to get that better world. It's never going to come. It's never going to happen If we don't learn to control our basic instincts that are primitive, we need to raise our minds, raise our lives, raise our hearts, raise ourselves to a higher level. Let's do that, okay?